If you've ever done group carol singing around the piano, I'm sure you've experienced a song or two that was just too high to sing the high notes or a little bit too low for the low notes. And part of that is because beginner piano music is written so that it's easy for pianists to play, not necessarily for singers to sing. And the solution is to change the key that you're playing in. We call that transposing, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now.
How to play Christmas carols in more than one key. So we will start with the First Noel as our example, and we will play it first in the key of C because for piano players that is all white notes. And you'll want to know your C major scale fingering for the right hand because this song in particular just goes up and down the scale. So the principle for this one is that after the third finger you cross over and then you have 5 fingers left to finish out the scale. So here's the melody of the First Noel. There we go. So that's the melody in the key of C. We're going to add some chords to this, but before we forget how the melody went in the key of C, let's go ahead and transpose it right away to a different key. And that is the official word for changing keys. It is called transposing from one key to another. All right, so let's take this to the key of G. And for that, we'll want to know our G major scale. It will have the same fingering. They don't all have the same fingering, because sometimes black notes cause us to change, but this one does. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on the same number of the scale. It was the third note up, and we'll just follow the shape. And there is our new black note that we have to be aware of. So if you had learned it in the key of C and you had your muscle memory, this is the identical muscle memory using the exact same fingers. The only difference is that you're adding that black note. Let's try it in the key of D, which has 2 black notes. Here's our scale. So it's just a matter of starting with the same finger. We'll use the same fingers in the same order. We're just going to have 2 black notes now. So that was 1 sharp, 2 sharps. Let's do it with 1 flat. So now we're going to have the key of F, and here's our F scale. You notice we have a different fingering because nobody wants to do that. That would be super awkward. So it's a different muscle memory for this one. We're still starting with the third note. So that is 3 keys there, and that is a general principle. If you know the scale and you know what notes are in the scale, that gives you the choices of what you should use to transpose it. So that was our melody. Let's take a look now at chords. We're going to go back to the key of C, and I'm going to start with the simplest chords, which is just a chord shell, simplest for beginners. So if you see a C in the book, you're just going to hit a C chord. And if you see an F, we're going to do an up shape. And if you see a G, we'll do a down shape. And those are our 3 primary chords. They're named after the first, the fourth, and the fifth. The fourth note we can do an up shape, and the fifth we can do a down shape. And that's the easiest way to get by. Also, you don't have to remember how, when you're transposing to a different key, you don't have to keep track of which notes were the fourth and the fifth so much as you just remember where to put your pinky and where to put your thumb. So let's try that together. Now let's take that snatch and move it to the key of G. So here I am in the key of G, I've got my scale, and then I want to set my chord shells. The thing to remember is when you're moving your thumb up, you always go 2 keys, which is a whole step. And when you're moving your pinky down, you always go exactly 1 key, which is a half step. So let's look at that in the key of C again. You notice you did a whole step there, and then a half step here. And back to the key of G. So those are the only 3 chords that we need. Let's try it in the key of F. The chords on the key of F are a little bit easier because they are still just white notes. If you're doing chord shells, if you add the middle note, we'll have a black note. But for right now, it's just white. Little bonus note in there. So that is the most basic way. Now, if you have studied a little bit more about chords, you can drop in that middle note of our C. You can keep the same hand shape though. Even though you might know how to play a whole F down here, it's way more jumpy, and it also makes it harder to transpose. Whereas if you do a C in the key of C, and then we go with our up shape to the key of F, well, the missing note is F. It's kind of obvious on that one since it's called an F, which is the 4th note of the scale. Back to C, and then when we go down to G, we've got a G and a B, and the missing note is D. So there's a couple ways to keep track of this if you're transposing. One is if you know how to spell your chords, and you know these are all major, you can just double check. C, E, G, F, A, C, G, B, D. The other thing is we'll have to follow the rule that if there's a black note on one of these letters in the scale, then of course it needs to come down here too. So let's do F actually. So we've got F, here's our middle note, F, A, C, and then we know B is a black note, so that doesn't sound good because it's not part of the F scale. You can also spell it B flat D, F, F, A, C, and then C, E, G. Like that. Now, if you know any scale and you know how to spell your chords, you can do this in just about any key. Some of the keys will have trickier fingering. I'll give you 2 flats for an example. We've got a B flat and an E flat. I picked this one because it's a little bit easier, and that is because if you take away the B flat, it sounds funny, of course, but look at your fingering is basically a C ending on a B flat. So it's the same fingering as C major with a couple of black notes. So if you think C fingering and then just start. And then our chords here. Here's a B flat chord. Then our up chord shell. And if you want to drop in the middle note, it would be an E flat. B flat D F. And then an F chord, F A C. Let's see, I haven't tried this one yet. Let's see how it goes. There you go. A little bit like magic. It's really just taking the most efficient way of thinking about things in order to get the results you want the quickest. So you can try that in some other keys. The key is you want to know the scale fingering first and also know how to spell your chords. Have fun with it. I'll see you in the next video.